Ladies and gentlemen, we are very proud of welcoming you on behalf of Akshaya Patra. It's a great privilege and great pleasure to see you all. Look at that, Digna. It's full house. We have sold all the tables. We are happy and you are happy. That's great.
We do appreciate everyone coming out on a Sunday night for such a great cause. And everyone looks so beautiful, elegant. The hall has been set up just for this evening tonight. We look forward to a great evening. We've got a lot of great entertainment, speakers, and food. And of course, we are going to have the bar open later for drinks.
I'm Pankaj Parikh, if you don't know me. Here is Jigna Shah. If you don't know us, don't worry. 1 billion people don't know us. But the rest of the 7 billion knows us. Right, Jigna?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I think the blue color looks nice, Jigna.
They have decorated it beautifully.
Yeah, blue. It's a boy?
It's a boy? No, this is not a baby shower, Pankaj Uncle.
Oh, okay.
This is a Akshaya Patra fundraising event.
All right. We are welcoming all of you. Couple of things. Some places, when you go fundraising, they twist your arm. If you go to the politician, fundraise, they might twist your neck. But here, we have all our trained volunteers. They are going to be all over. And if they see the checks, signed check, and the credit card, they won't bother you. So make sure at the time of pledge, you have something ready to show them. We request Amita and Anup Mamtani and Priti and Deepak Kapadia on the stage, please.
Also, we would like to ask Vandana and Sanjay Garajia, and also Ketu and Komal Amin. Please join us up on the stage.
On my behalf, I would like to invite my son, Bobby, and Sujay, and if Amisha or Amira here, please come to the stage for the lighting. Bobby, Sujay, please come on the stage for the lighting. Amira, come.
Okay, we'll start ceremony with the Divas lighting and grant sponsors introduce. Okay.
And they'll introduce the MC.
Okay. So we have to introduce.
Yeah.
So we have to talk something.
No, just we have to just say, and now we'd like to.
Now Deepak Kapadia and Saroj Patel will come on the stage.
Oh my, look at the audience tonight. You look so wonderful. My name is Saroj Patel. I have been with Akshaya Patra for 13 years, and I like, thank you. Oh God, where did I go? Okay, so tonight, on the behalf of the children of Akshaya Patra, our co-chairs, our Chicago team, core team, would like to welcome everyone tonight. It is my honor to welcome our chief speakers for tonight. That is an Indian celebrity chef, Chef Sanjeev Kapoor, sorry, a co-founder of Geo Savan, and world-renowned entrepreneur, Mr. Vinod Bhatt. Also, we would like to welcome our US CEO, Naveen Goyal. Board member and GEP founder of New York, Rupa Mukherjee. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Vice President Ankita Nurala, plus thanking the back office staff, but most of all, everyone in this audience. You are the part of Akshaya Patra family, and this is that support that allows the children to flourish their dreams. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Saroj. Very warm welcome to everyone for our 12th annual Akshaya Patra Gala. Most of us came here today because we love India. And we like to India to prosperous economically and remove whatever the poverty we have in India. By supporting the Akshaya Patra, support the children of India, and children are future of India. So by supporting Akshaya Patra, we are supporting future of India, so we can hope that India prospers in the next several years to come. Thank you very much for everybody for the generosity and kindness and supporting Akshaya Patra charity. But I get, everybody know that Rishi Sunak, now he is ruling the country which is predominantly white. So the question I have is what do we want Rishi Sunak to do for India? Anybody have any Rishi Sunak, anything they can do for India? Well, I have a thing, I hope he bring a Kohinoor back to India. That's only my request. I am not a big... Now at this point, I also like to recognize Naveen Gohil, our CEO of Akshaya Patra. He oversees about 30 different Akshaya Patra chapter in the USA. I think we really appreciate Naveen and Ankita and the entire team for their support. Without their support, and we cannot make this event possible, the scale what we have. Thank you, Naveen, Ankita, and entire Akshaya Patra team. Thank you. At this point, I would like to introduce Omi Vaidya. If I say Omi Vaidya, I think from the audience, not too many people know Omi Vaidya. But if I say Chatur, from idiot, I think everybody will know. Right? Everybody remember Chatur? So we have a Chatur in person today as our MC, and I want to say a few words about Omi Vaidya. Omi Vaidya is a few of the actor who works in Bollywood and Hollywood. And from the Three Idiot movie now, Omi is he is directing and leading actor in one of the Marathi film. What's the film name? Omi also have a sitcom about modern Gujarati American family available on Amazon Prime, and he enjoy only work as an ambassador for many non-profit NGO. Omi was here 7 years ago. I don't know how many people remember. He entertained us about 7 years ago. We welcome again, very warm welcome to Omi Vaidya. Please come, Omi.
Thank you, Deepak, for that memorable introduction. Really, I'm blessed. Hello, idiots. Yes. I mean, distinguished guests and dignitaries, all right? Now, as you know, or you don't know, my name is Omi Vedya. If you don't know who I am, please leave. Yes, you can, there's the exit right over there. No, I'm serious. Ma'am, pehchana? No? No? It's okay. Security? Usko leke jao. I'm just joking, ma'am. Really. But seriously, as you found from the very detailed bio, I work in Hollywood and Bollywood as an actor. Yes, very nice. Very difficult to do both. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I see that we have we have one non-Indian here, a non-Indian couple over there. Hi, guys. Are you lost? No? Just making sure. You never know. You know? All right, you're good. All right. Have you watched a Bollywood movie ever? No? Not really? Let me just preface that. Slumdog Millionaire, not a Bollywood movie. Okay? Okay, haven't. All right, good. So let me just explain for the 1% here that doesn't. A Bollywood movie is just like a Hollywood movie, right? Except completely different, right? Okay? Just take a Hollywood movie, just any Hollywood movie, and then remove all the reason and logic. There you go. Okay, now you're getting it. And now add music videos randomly through the film. The more random, the better, right? Okay, and now you're gonna need a really good script. Oh, well, it doesn't have to be that good. Come on, right? Okay, now just have any Bollywood royalty, right? And you've got a blockbuster. Am I right, guys? All right, yes. That is what a Bollywood film is. But I'm actually not really from Bollywood. I grew up in a very small village called Los Angeles. Yes. I come from a large lineage of physicians, actually. My father was a doctor. My grandfather was a doctor. My brother is an MD and a PhD. And I am what you call a disappointment. Right? You know, I'm been doing pretty well, and I've made a wonderful life for myself. I've been married for 14 years, yes? Different wives, but I'm committed to the concept, all right? My wife is Gujarati. I know a lot of Gujaratis out there. Oh, there we go. Yes, Mari Naam Omi Che, right? Maru Gujarati bau game che. And that's all I need to know to impress my in-laws. Seriously. You know, a lot of people don't know that actually I had an arranged marriage. Yeah. It was arranged by my wife. This guy knows. But she did come with a dowry. Yeah. Yes, thank you, India. Am I right? Yes. $30,000 in student debt. Yes, yeah. That's what you get. But actually, I just had my first son. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. My first son, I mean, that I know of. I mean, there was that one, probably nothing came of it. But it's really hard to raise children. I mean, my parents, my friends, nobody told me how difficult it would be to raise children. I think they did that on purpose, by the way. And you know, right now I'm spending around on private school. They're in elementary school, and I'm spending $40,000 on their tuition, both two kids. Yeah, it's a lot, and that doesn't even make sense. And why am I doing that? I'll tell you why. Because putting that money in early, I'll tell you why I'm doing that instead of maybe putting them in a good fancy college or whatever later. Because putting that money in early, the investment goes so much farther. And secondly, and more importantly, that college debt is on their name, right? And they will have to pay it off along with their person they marry, right? That's what my wife taught me. But bringing it back to tonight, many of us here are parents, we're aunts, we're uncles, and we spend so much of our time, our effort, and our money in these little ones, these little children, and we care so much about them. You know, I'm sure you're thinking about Christmas gifts even right now, this early, right? But there are so many people out there that aren't within our circle that need our help. And that's why I'm here tonight, I'll tell you, because Akshaya Patra feeds millions of people, 2 million people every day. That's a huge impact. And that takes a lot of work. It takes so many people. And you know, there's volunteers here today that I've seen. I've been here 7 years. I've been here almost a decade with Akshaya Patra, but I see volunteers, I see people so many years in a row, and they just keep showing up. And it's not just because of the free midday meals, I'll tell you that. It's also because we feel like this is a present to us. You know, this is a gift that we are given to make a change, to make an impact. You know, I make a lot of people laugh, I make them happy, but I can really do something here to change people's lives. And that's why this organization is important. This event and tonight is important as well. And I'm really excited that you've all joined me here tonight to be a part of this. That makes me very excited. So I'm glad you're all here, and to tell you that you're all part of the Akshaya Patra family now. And each family has their own head honcho, yeah? A chief who leads us through the difficult path. So I'd like to introduce that captain right now. Naveen Goyal joined Akshaya Patra after an incredible successful career as a CIO at Capgemini, a global leader in consulting tech and outsourcing services. He has a bachelor's in computer science from IIT Kanpur and graduated from Ohio State with a master's of computer science. More importantly than all of this bio, let me tell you that Naveen's dedication to Akshaya Patra is real. And how do we know that? How do we know that? Well, late last night, breaking news, Naveen became a grandfather. Yes, and he left all of that this morning from Denver straight here to Chicago. That's right, I know everything, sir. He came here just to be with all of you. He didn't have to do that, but he wanted to because he knows how important it is. So please welcome onto the stage the new or recent grandfather, CEO of Akshaya Patra USA, Mr. Naveen Goyal.
Thank you for revealing some secrets here, but thank you so much. And so how does it feel to be a father?
It feels great.
So please, if you would like the midday meal program to be implemented at home, we're available.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Folks, firstly, welcome to Chicago. And Chicago is very special. Let me say something. You know, I started with Akshaya Patra about a year ago. And the first place that they told me to go visit was Chicago. And here we are exactly 1 year later. So what has changed in this 1 year? Yeah? You guys have just made this place about double the size, and it looks more fancier, beautiful, committed, and passionate. So thank you for what you all do, and welcome to the 40,000 Akshaya Patra family members in the United States. And I'm blessed and honored to be here in front of you. So thank you, guys. I wanted to talk to you just a little bit. This is what we do day in, day out. You heard from Omi, we do about 2 million meals a day. That is 20,000 schools 100 schools on an average in a school makes up about 2 million kids day in, day out for 232 days a year. And we do it across the nation in about 14 states and 2 union territories. And we do it thanks to our backbone, our infrastructure, our sustainability, built over the years, and 22 years to be precise. And that has given us the power to be on this mission relentlessly, because we have 65 kitchens that are absolutely automated and state-of-the-art, which is a phenomenal amount of capital outlay that we all have done thanks to all your support. These kitchens are the backbone. Food, and today's theme in Chicago's Gala is a lot about food. And you heard Omi talk about food, how he makes sure that everybody is getting good food. And we have chef here who will of course tell us the magic of life begins with food. So, what is it that makes us unique? What is it that Akshaya Patra enamors you all? It's very simple. Food is the catalyst to transformation. What we have accomplished is that the kids can stay in school, they can learn, they can grow. We all know empty stomach does not allow us to focus on anything. So, if you look at it, we wanted the social transformation, but we do it through a very simple solution, providing food to the kids in the school. That was the government program, and we, as a true partner, public-private partnership, thanks to the support, are able to do justice to the program across the nation. And if that was not enough, I wanted to share a few things. You know, in these trips that we make and the people that we meet across the country, you're always surprised to find a child, a grown-up adult today, who might have made it to, just like all of us, to the opportunity, to the land of freedom in America, thanks to the Akshaya Patra meal. In fact, you know, about a month ago, I was in Cleveland, and there was a kid who showed up as a volunteer to our program in Cleveland. And he tells us, oh, when I heard about Akshaya Patra, I remembered my midday meal program back home in India when I was growing up. And because he graduated, because he learned that education can be the transformational key, he and his family took out loans to send him to do a master's in United States. And he is here today. And that's the impact that you all have done. And I could tell you more stories, but I will not, give you too many of them. And the other day we were out there in California with Chef, and he met someone with a very similar message. An employee at Western Digital walks up to Chef and tells him, guess what? Sir, I am here in Western Digital as an employee now, but I remember distinctively when my mother couldn't give me some food, that there was food from Akshaya Patra at my school. And so the stories are a lot, but you know what? We can be proud of what we do together. And so what I want to talk about is, while the work that we do in India is transforming the lives of those 2 million kids, have no doubt that the 40,000 families in the US are being transformed in their own way. And that's what the circle of life is all about. And so I don't want to take too much of our time. I will be around. I'm happy to answer any questions that you all may have. But in a simplistic sense, I want to thank Deepak ji, I want to thank Saroj, I want to thank all the people who have come here, along with the dedication that some of our folks who are going to support us here to be able to do this gala. So without taking too much of my time, I want to welcome Rupa Makhija, and you heard the introduction. She doesn't need a whole lot because I'll give you one trick about her. You've heard a lot about the word supply chain these days and inflation. If you have a supply chain problem, that's the lady. But you know, these days, she's only ensuring that the midday meal is delivered on time. Thank you.
Thank you, Naveen. This is a phenomenal affair. It's good to see people dressed up. For women especially, we all need an excuse to dress up. Happy Diwali to all of you, belated. And I'm here to spend just a couple of minutes to talk about Akshaya Patra. There is, I guess, whether you say it in Hindi, roti, kapada aur makan, whether you say it in English, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or if you say it like my dad did, and Naveen said it in English, Beta bhuke bhajan hoi na gopala. So the cause that we are here for, what we are all very, very passionate about, is Akshaya Patra. And I look at it as not a donation. I look at it as an investment in the future of India. And the folks that Naveen mentioned, that Sanjeev has met, whether it's WDC folks, Western Digital, whether it's Cleveland students who are here, because of Akshaya Patra, this is thanks to you. So today is a celebration about you, about the difference you're making in the lives, not just of the 1, 2, 3 kids, but the generations. Because you change the life of one kid, you're changing the life of multiple generations. Akshaya Patra feeds 2 million meals today. We have a very ambitious goal of feeding 3 million kids by the year 2025. And it is an ambitious goal, but seeing the folks we have in the audience, bade dil wale log hain, I have zero doubt in my mind that we will feed 3 million and more. And this number, even though 3 million seems like a big number, there are 200 million kids who go to school in India. And whether it's 2 million kids you feed, it's 1% of the population of the kids. And even with the 50% jump of 3 million, it's still only 1.5% of the kids we are feeding with the midday meal program. So I won't say anything else. We are counting on your generosity. I'm around, happy to answer any questions. And yeah, we'll see you around. Omi, come on over.
All right, one big round of applause to Naveen and Rupa. Okay. Wow. You know, this is so great. What an awesome event, and so many Indian people. Wow. I haven't seen this many Indian people since I went to Costco last week. You guys love Costco, right? Am I wrong? Yeah, Indians in Costco. You know, they love Costco because of the deals. We love the deals. Can't get enough of them, right? And of course, there's free food. Ah, yes. After hours of pushing that heavy cart through countless aisles, there in the distance, like an oasis, an old lady with a hairnet. And she's got a small morsel of mozzarella cheese. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, right? Or maybe some mushroom ravioli. Oh. If you're like me, you say, oh, I'll take 2. Hey, you know, hey, honey, would you like one? Yeah? Okay, I'll get 2. And then you go around the corner and you eat both of them, right? Am I wrong? There's no shame. There's no shame. But yeah, we get our food. We Indians, we love our food, and we like Costco a lot. And you know, the number one reason that we like Costco? The return policy. Yeah. Because the one thing that Indians like more than buying something, it's returning it. Yeah. Yeah. You know, my uncle, he bought a shed, and he bought it 10 years ago. He lost the box. He lost the manual. All right? And he went to Costco, and you know what they did? They gave him his money back. Yeah, it's crazy. But the thing is, he bought it at Walmart. It's crazy. What a wonderful thing. Anyway. All right, well, our next speaker needs no introduction. All right, here we go. Oh, I guess he does. I guess he does. Well, you may know him as an Indian celebrity chef, entrepreneur, and television personality. But I know him as Sant Bawarchi. Yes, yes. Host of the longest running food show in Asia, broadcast in 120 countries, Khana Khazana has had more than 500 million viewers. He's the first chef with his own 24/7 food and lifestyle channel. He launched Food Network in 2011. He's a Padma Shri award winner and named Best Chef of India by the government of India. This man is ranked as 34th in the top 100 Indian celebrities on the Forbes list. He's even made it into the Guinness Book of Records. Wow. How's that for some achievements? Yeah? It's time to bring him onto the stage, a huge supporter of the Akshaya Patra Foundation, the one and only Sanjeev Kapoor.
Thank you. Thank you, Omi. Thank you very much. Good evening. Very generous introduction. Actually, the last part, the Guinness record was thanks to a khichdi that I made with a team of Akshaya Patra. So this is for Akshaya Patra, Guinness World Record for Akshaya Patra. Actually, I was thinking I've been doing this for 2 weeks, and today is the last event for my wife and I was thinking that, okay, I've been asked to speak, and what should I speak? And I was thinking that when I started, I thought that, okay, I'll become a chef, and when I went into the kitchen, one thing I realized that anybody that I would go to, any senior, they would not share anything. They would not share any recipe. They would not tell me anything because they wanted to keep all that as a secret. Kuch nahi batate the hame. So we would go and say, Ustad ji, what is this? Udhar se channi leke aao. Jao aloo leke aao. Go get that. And they would not share anything. And it was pretty difficult to learn anything because when you want to learn, all that you would get is that they would look the other way, they would not share anything. So I made a promise very early in my career that whatever I would learn, I would share generously. I would share as quickly as possible. And so if I learned something, no matter who it was, I would share that immediately. What it did to me was because I was sharing more, I was learning more. Because once I shared, I had nothing with me. I had to get more. I was young, I had the drive, I had to get more. And that drive made sure that I got more. As I got more, I shared more. That's what I was doing. Now, with that, I went on to a show, I started sharing more. I did share more and more and more. Now, this takes me back a few years. We were with our team for an office off-site in Colombo. And I was waiting at the airport to collect our bag. and there's this young lady comes up to me, comes and touches my feet, and she starts crying. And I'm looking at her and I'm used to this. I have had all kinds of fans with different reactions, some letters in blood, and I've seen it all. Now, as I'm consoling her, I says, I can't even tell you what you mean to me. I told you I've seen it all, right? Anyway, so she tells me that, I got married 3 years ago. And when I got married, I did not know how to cook. And when I went to my in-laws' house, I was treated very badly because I did not know how to cook. And I was treated so badly. My husband also did not support me. So, last 3 years, the initial few months were miserable. Then I found a book written by you. Then I found your recipes. Then I saw your show. And then I started to learn. And from your recipes, I became a good cook. Now I am darling of my family. Now we have come. After 3 years, that's my husband for our honeymoon. Because at that time, my honeymoon was cancelled. Because I couldn't cook. I didn't know what to do with that husband. To go and kick or slap him. But the point is that then I realized what kind of impact I was having. What I started to share, the joy it started to give me was something which it cannot be described, right? And it happened to me every day. It happens to me every single day. Okay? Let's park that aside. I started working with autistic kids many years ago. And it was a chance meeting with somebody, and they said, you know what, we want you to support autism. I had not heard of autism back then. This more than 15, 16 years ago. And they asked me, said, you will have to raise some funds. I said, okay, I can do that. I said, but you have to run the marathon. It's only the dream run, not the 42 kilometers. So I said, okay, I can do that. But at that time, I could not even run 100 meters. I had not done that. Anyway, we still had 1 month to go. I started practicing, I started running, and I did that. I raised money. And after about a month after I finished that, I looked at myself and said, oh my God, I looked so much better. I had lost weight. I was much healthier. And I realized, oh my God. And there they were. They came up to me, and the whole kids, their families, parents, they said, thank you very much. We raised so much money. Thank you very much. And I said, no, please don't thank me. I have to thank you. You have changed me. You have done so much for me. This is something which has given me a new lease of life. You have made me so much better. You have made me so much healthier. So, what I thought that I was doing for them, no. Actually, they helped me. So, when I shared my recipes, I got so much love of the world. When I shared love for autistic kids, they made me a better person. Where does Akshaya Patra fit in? When I started to work with Akshaya Patra, this was a chance meeting. An event where one of the brands I was endorsing decided to give equivalent calories that a person lost in terms of money to be given to Akshaya Patra. At that event, media event, I was there, Akshay Kumar was there, because they thought that Akshaya Patra, Akshay Kumar fitted very well. So, and CEO of Akshaya Patra was there. We exchanged cards, and I said, if there's anything, if I can do let me know. And sure enough, before I knew, there was something that I could do, and I started to do. And I had achieved my professional peak many years ago. I became best chef of India when I was 28 years old. I got love of people from all across the world, from I don't know how many millions and millions of people. I have a great family. My wife is here, 2 lovely daughters. So much love, of course, can't complain about the money also. I got everything. But as soon as I started working with Akshaya Patra, I think the smiles of children, I've been to kitchens, I work very closely with the organization, I'm on the advisory board of Akshaya Patra. Of course, I spend time in creating awareness and raising funds for Akshaya Patra. But as soon as I started working, something that was not done in my life, a recognition which I should have got, but it was waiting for me to start work for Akshaya Patra. That was award of Padma Shri by President of India. So there you see, I started sharing my recipes, I get all the love of the world. I started to work for autistic kids, they make me a better person. I started to work for Akshaya Patra, I get recognized by my own country's people. What else can I ask for? So I don't want to say that do this for Akshaya Patra. Don't do it for anybody tonight. Be a selfish person. Do it for yourself. Thank you.
Big round of applause to the chef of the night. Very nice. Awesome. I'm going to be over here. That's my podium over here. Awesome. Oh, really? Right. Are you guys enjoying yourselves tonight? All right. Well, if you're not, too bad. But it's really great. I know Tuesday is the election. Is everyone voting? Voting? Everyone started voting? No, not yet. Early voters? Anyone voting again? No? Okay, good. Good, awesome. You know, it's very exciting that Prime Minister of Britain is now Indian. You know, it's a very exciting time. I'm actually running for city council myself. It's pretty exciting, yeah. And I'm running just on a couple things. One is mainly negative ads, right? And I'm also basically willing to lie. And thirdly, if the other guy wins, I won't accept the results. Yeah, yeah. And you know, you'd be surprised. I'm 8 points up. It's pretty crazy. The world we live in. But seriously, guys, I will introduce that is a good segue for our next speaker. Our next speaker is a consumer technology entrepreneur and graduate of the McIntire School of Commerce at the University of Virginia. He is a co-founder of Savan and was instrumental in raising capital to finance growth, recruiting talent, and developing the company's revenue stream. Savan has become the largest music audio streaming service in India and was acquired by Reliance in 2018. Yeah, big one. When he's not dominating the Indian digital music industry, this man spends his time as the founding partner of NYC-based venture development firm 212 Media, incubating ventures like Begin Learning, which is backed by Lego, and League Apps, which is backed by the MLB. All right? So please welcome onto the stage, Vinod Bhatt. There he is. Venture capitalist, huh? I've got a couple movies I'm making if you're interested, man. High risk. All right, all right.
Thank you, Omi, for that kind introduction. It's kind of a tough act to follow. Well, I first want to say thank you to Akshaya Patra for inviting me to the gala. My family and I have long been supporters of this
amazing organization, and I actually was thrilled to actually visit a Akshaya Patra kitchen a few years ago, which I'll tell you about. But I thought I'd take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about myself, about how we scale JioSaavn, and why I think Akshaya Patra has the potential to unlock the next phase of India's growth. So I spent the last 2 decades starting technology companies. My business partners and I, we started a venture studio in New York City. Venture studio is basically a fancy way of saying a company that starts other companies. And so, we just kind of had this bias for action. We just jumped into it, didn't really know how it was going to wind up. And, Steve Jobs gave a very famous commencement speech one time when he said that you can only connect the dots in your life by looking backwards. And so we didn't realize it at the time, but what we were doing was spending time with our friends of friends, our relatives, our business associates, and really trying to understand what they were passionate about. And what were some of the frictions that were stopping them from enjoying some of those passions? And how could we create and apply technology in order to remove some of those frictions so they can enjoy more of the things that they love doing? And we started out in some really big categories, like Omi mentioned, in community sports, in children's education, and of course music. And I describe JioSaavn as a technology company that is in the business of music and audio streaming. We basically provided our listeners access to tens of millions of songs in 22 languages and hundreds of dialects. And I'm proud of many accomplishments that our team was able to achieve. We won the hearts of over 100 million listeners in India and all across the world. But there's one milestone that I'm particularly proud of. A few years ago, we did something with Akshaya Patra where every single time one of our users streamed, they could help feed a child. We wound up raising around $50,000 through that initiative. And so this journey to scale Saavn was far from easy, and it wasn't a straight line. There's plenty of lessons and learnings that I can share over a few drinks. Of course, culture and people was our bedrock. In order to build really great products, it just requires an obsession over the details. But there's one thing that I thought I would share this evening, is that transformative partnerships require an alignment of missions. And so around 2017, Saavn had crossed around 30 million or so listeners. We started getting pursued by all the tech giants in Silicon Valley and in China. And my partners and I decided that we wanted to work with a company that considered India as the #1 priority, not just some other market to expand into. And as India's largest company, its most entrepreneurial company, its most visionary company, that was Reliance. And Reliance acquired a majority stake in JioSaavn in 2018 in a $1.1 billion transaction. And in spending time with them, they shared how a lot of their work has been absolutely transformative for Indian society. Historically, they told us that the price of data in India was actually the most expensive in the world, and the industry had a reputation for very poor quality of service. In response to that market need, they spent billions of dollars to launch Jio, an all-IP 4G network from the ground up. They cut the price of data by 90%, increased the quality of service. And by providing this access, they articulated to us that Indians in India would now get access to educational resources, to healthcare and telemedicine, to job opportunities, and to financial services. And with Saavn, we both agree that music's one of the most powerful forms of entertainment ever created. It's something that can demystify gigabytes and megabytes that we always hear about into something that people actually care about. And once people actually got onto Jio, they'd have access to all these life-changing services. And now, 6 years later, after launch, Jio stands at 419 million subscribers. It's the second largest telecom company in the world. So I first came across Akshay Patra at my sister's wedding. I met one of her guests there, and within 2 minutes of just some quick introductions, she proceeded to talk about Akshay Patra for the next hour. And it was that enthusiasm that caused me to go to one of their New York City events. And I was fortunate to hear the then Dean of Harvard Business School, Nitin Noria, speak. And Nitin told a story about his father, who grew up, I believe, in the 40s in India. And he grew up in a village, and he said right next to the village was a school. And there was another school that was 2 miles away that served a hot meal. And it was because that school served a hot meal, he went to school there. He got educated, got his college degree, went to graduate school, became a very successful industrialist. And then Nitin went to IIT, got a PhD from MIT, then became the Dean of Harvard Business School. And it was just a great example to me on how just the simple presence of a hot meal changed life outcomes over generations. My father and I got a chance to go to an Akshaya Patra kitchen in Mangalore. We saw firsthand the combination of technology, of food science, and logistics to be able to deliver all these nutritious meals at scale. We saw this machine that produced like 40,000 chapatis every hour, this massive vats of rice being cooked. It was remarkable to see there that all this food was being cooked without it being touched by human hands in this entirely mechanized kitchen. And so, globalization now is shifting. Everyone here has been watching the news in the last 6 months. And India stands to play a more prominent role in the new world order. I mean, Apple just announced very recently that they're manufacturing iPhones in India now. And India is going to need a more educated workforce to handle the hundreds of more announcements that are going to happen into the future. And as of today, 26% of India's population is less than the age of 14. That's 340 million people. That's more than the entire United States. And so Akshay Patra will have the second order effect of allowing these young children to grow up healthy, to become educated, and to participate in the global economy. And as a result of that, they'll be able to make a greater contribution. They'll be able to have a deep sense of gratitude and livelihood and generate income along the way. And so, what I love most about Akshay Patra is that, it started by social entrepreneurs led by CPG. They kind of proved out their model at a very small scale and, very similar to a startup, and then got the government involved to start and sustain more kitchens. Then, of course, the private sector with multinational corporations and individuals all like us got involved to amplify and accelerate the roadmap of Akshaya Patra. And I believe the organization represents a global model of public-private partnership that the United States and other countries around the world can follow. And so with the right mission, the right heart, and the right drive, anything is possible, and Akshaya Patra is proving that every single day. So I hope you guys give generously tonight and beyond. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. That was good. All right. Okay, guys. Big round of applause for Vinod. Now you've heard from Vinod, Naveen, Sanjeev, just how important this mission is, right? And how critical this service is for the future of India, right? So it's time for you guys, your chance actually, to participate in this wonderful endeavor. And for that, I would love to call the Pledge Drive team up to the stage. Can you guys come on up?
Thank you, Omi. At this time, we wanted to recognize some of the top donors. Unfortunately, we cannot recognize everyone from the stage, but at least some of the top donors we want to recognize. First of all, Dr. and Mrs. Chitranjan Patel, he is our gold sponsor, and he has been donating since Akshaya Patra information. Next one I have Anil and Nikki Shah. She is one of the gold sponsor. I believe they are not in the audience. Pankaj Bhai, are they in the audience? No, they are not in the audience. Next one. Oh, I want to announce Saroj and Vipin Patel, of course, our own Saroj Patel. Thank you, Saroj. These are the three gold sponsors. Saroj going to announce the rest of the silver sponsor donated for this gala.
So the silver is Jazbay and Shobna Patel, Dr. Keyur and Jigna Shah, Dr. Amit and Kaushali Shah, Prashant and Minal Vakil, Manish and Sajaya Gandhi, Dr. Ashok and Hunang Patel, Prashant and Minal Vaki again. All right.
Yeah. Kamlesh
and Dina Shah.
Thank you all the gold and silver sponsor. Without your support, we cannot have this occasion. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Stay, Saroj, stay. At this point, we also want to, I think we wanted to start some of the donation, what we have received. They just mainly send us a check and they are not attending. Bharat and Pamisha send a check for $250. Praveen and Joshna Shah send a check for $1,500. They are not part of the Kishore and Trupti Kawadia send us a check for $250. Mahendra and Rekha Sandresha send a check us for $1,500, but they are not attending. There is a donation for $1,001 unanimously. Donation for $1,001. Any other donation? We have volunteers all around the banquet hall, and they are spread out. If somebody wants to donate, the volunteers, they have a QR code, they have a pledge card, an envelope on your table. Please be generous. And I know many of the guests here today, many of them have already donated, but there are some guests who've been invited and have not donated. Please be generous and help us to reach our goal. I think our goal is to reach 25,000 children for entire year. We are very close to our goal, so please help us, be generous, and reach our goal. Any announcement? Volunteers, the volunteers are all in a place. If anybody want to pledge it, give it to the pledge card or QR code to volunteers, and volunteers can bring a note to me. I will announce every donation raised during the pledge drive.
We have an anonymous donor for $5,000.
What's the name?
They don't want the name.
Oh, anonymous. At this point, I would like to invite Mr. K2 Amin to the stage, also share his message about Akshaya Patra and pledge drive.
Happy Diwali, everybody. Happy Diwali. Journey of life begins with a hope. Umeed pe to duniya kaayam hai. But you know, hope is a very tall order for billions of people in this world. Just in India, 900 million people sustain themselves for just $93 a day. $1.93 a day. 14 million new kids are born every year, and these 14 million kids are over the existing growth. Rukmani Banerjee from Pratham always tells me, Ketu, if you just want to bring education system at par, we have to build 15,000 new schools every year. 15,000 new schools a year. 15,000 new schools are not built in the whole world. You just need 15,000 schools just in India. You know, to sustain just the growth of India, we have to quadruple the size of Akshay Patra by 4 to 5 times. It's a pretty staggering number, isn't it? I'm not going to go into very deep. They call me to drive the pledge. Please open your wallets the best you can, because here we're helping really, you know, like all of our dignitaries, they said, you know, if India has to grow, they have to do this, they have to do that. But until the very basic essence of life is not met, this hope will never become into a reality. You know, many years ago, I always used to, you know, complain to my dad, pretty much bicker about India mein ye nahi hai, this is not there, that is not there. And he used to always tell me, bete, son, if you want to do something, do whatever you can and stop complaining. My message is very simple. You know, let's stop complaining. Whatever we can do, let's do it together. And I think, you know, by, you know, all of us getting together, I think we can definitely try to change. And, you know, there's a lot of people that in India, especially little kids, you know, they need help. And I have firsthand seen some of these kitchens, some of these schools. And Akshay Patra does a fantastic work. I mean, they really go out of their way. Now, a lot of us can think about, hey, you know, there is this organization, there is that organization. And they all might be good. But Akshay Patra has tens of thousands of volunteers. And they have an existing platform that does work. It does work. So please be generous, open your wallets. And, you know, I said Happy Diwali. The true essence of Happy Diwali is not lighting the candles here, but light that candle in some child's heart. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, so much. All right, guys, on your tables, you see the donation envelopes. He's got them right there. He's licking one right there. We have volunteers at every table. There shouldn't be any envelopes left. That's how we want this to go. There should be something driving you inside of yourself to write those. There's no excuse not to give. First of all, there's PayPal. You can give through PayPal. Right here on your table, you'll see a little flyer with a QR codes. That's for PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. So they take checks, we take credit cards, and it's all tax. What do you call it? Tax? I'm not an accountant here, guys. But yes, tax deductible is the word I'm going to.
I got an announcement to make. Raj and Darpana Harshikar, donation $3,000. Thank you, Raj and Harshika, very much for...
All right, yes, keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Volunteers are walking right around. I would like to just say thank you to our grand sponsor, Mr. Anup and Amita Mamtani. Please give him a round of applause for $100,000. It's no joke. Our diamond sponsors, Ketu and Komal Amin, and Sanjay and Vandana Goradia. Very nice. Thank you so much. Gold sponsors, Anil and Nikki Shah, Dr. and Mrs. Chittaranjan Patel, John Zavislak, Vipin and Saroj Patel. Thank you guys so much. And you, sir, you were our platinum, Deepak and Preeti Kampadia. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Wow,
You're welcome.
very nice.
Welcome. I have one announcement. Neil and Anu Khote, $1,200. Thank you, Neil. You've been supporting always, much appreciated. And Neil's buddy, Shulin and Rita Sa, $1,000. Thank you, Sunil and Rita. You always support us. Thank you, thank you.
And thank you, Rasik Bhai and Pushpa Ben Patel, our silver sponsors, all of our silver sponsors, for giving so much at $5,000. Please give them a big round of applause as well. And you can give at any rate, guys. It should feel a little uncomfortable to give, but you should give because it will make people very happy. It'll make you happy. It'll serve so many people. That's what we're doing here.
Dipan and Nirali Patel, $500.
I have $500 for Paul Devi, $500. Thank you, Paul.
Lina and Hiren Shah, they have given $2,500. Now they are adding $2,500. Yogita and Rajiv Khatau, $2,500. Rita and Sanjeev Singh, $1,000. Hina and Deepak Mehta, $1,000. And we have anonymous $1,000 also. And there is one more good one.
Would you like to say something in a pledge drive?
Uncle, it's on the outside.
We have Gaurang Patel from Wisconsin, $2,000. Atul Patel from Wisconsin, another $1,000.
Shaket Sinha, MD, $2,100. Thank you, Dr. Shaket. Vijay Dave, $1,000. Thank you, Vijay Rai. Always good support. Amrit Rai, $500. Monica Sinha, $501. Thank you, thank you. Like to give a...
Thank you very much. Thank you. Acha, I've been asked to come here. Actually, no, I was getting very comfortable sitting, getting very uncomfortable sitting there. I was told that Chicago is a very large city. मैं अभी तक जितनी जगह पे गया हूं, मैं छोटे छोटे शहरों में गया हूं, पर यहां पे मुझे हर चीज में जो नंबर्स हैं वो थोड़ा बढ़ाने की जरूरत लग रही है ऐसा. ओके, सो देखो हिंदी में एक बड़ी कहावत है, नाम बड़े और दर्शन छोटे. तो ऐसा मैं शिकागो के लिए नहीं चाहता. ठीक है, मैं 15 सिटीज में और होके आया हूं पिछले 15 दिन में, ये लास्ट है. एंड आई वांट दिस टू be, because we are creating a film for this, and I want that Chicago creates a record for the highest that has been done. This is the biggest event that Akshaya Patra is doing. This is the biggest event of what we are last 15 days. So we want this to be the most money raised by Akshaya Patra ever tonight. And that's what I want to see. And it cannot be done by, ये इस तरह से नहीं हो पाएगा, इसके लिए थोड़ी सी और जान लगानी पड़ेगी. So I want to see कि कौन वो जान लगाने वाले दो लोग हैं यहाँ पे, right? Who are people who can come and stand with me? Okay, एक चीज करता हूँ मैं. How many people love cooking here? कितने लोगों को खाना बनाने का शौक है? How many people love cooking? One. ऐसे आधा हाथ खड़ा हुआ. 1.5. Okay, yes. Now I can see some more hands. Yes, lovely, fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have 5 magic aprons. Let me show you those aprons to you. मैं जरा आपको apron दिखाता हूँ. Let me show these magic aprons, and I'll tell you what these magic aprons do. So मैं एक दिखाता हूँ आपको. So now this is a magic apron which has Akshaya Patra written on me. It has been signed by me. अब आप ये apron band पहन के या पहना के, या तो खुद पहन लो या हस्बैंड को पहना दो, right? So anybody who wears this apron, खाना अच्छा बनेगा. अगर नहीं बने तो मुझे blame it on me, right? So I have 5 of these aprons, and what we will do is इस पे पर्सनलाइज करके नाम लिख के उसको हम साइन करेंगे. ओके, सो ओनली 5 people can get this. So tell me, and remember, one kid, to feed one kid for 1 full year in Akshaya Patra takes $20. Okay, so सिर्फ $20 लगते हैं 1 साल के लिए, एक बच्चे के लिए. So for this apron, should we say that anybody who wants to feed 50 kids only? So raise your hands who want to feed 50 kids. 5 of these are available. I'm not going to take them back to India. Okay, so let's see. Who wants to feed 50 kids? Okay, 50, we have got 1, we have got 2. Okay. डेनवर में 27 गए थे इतनी देर में, बड़ा शहर है. Okay, we have got 1 more here. Okay. 4, 5. Okay, we have Nilesh Patel, 5,000. Thank you very much, Nilesh. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you. We have 5 people, 5 aprons. Anybody else who wants these aprons? Okay, now we will throw in one more thing with this. We'll throw कि वो apron पहना के photo भी साथ में लेंगे. How's that? Okay, now do we have more people? How many more people are there? कितने लोग और आए? Let me see. Okay, so 5 people who are there can please come in here. So these are the 5 people who will get their photographs also. I'm here for next 5 minutes, then I have a flight to catch. Thank you very much. So 5 people. आइए जी, 5 जो लोग थे आ जाएं प्लीज. थैंक यू वेरी मच. थैंक यू. थैंक यू वेरी मच. नहीं, यू हैव टू कम ऑन टॉप. आप बेसिक थे, कोई छोड़ेंगे हम आपको. ओके ओके. डू वी हैव एनी मोर? डू आई सी एनी मोर रेज ऑफ हैंड्स? Okay, very good. Can we get the aprons? Thank you very much. Thank you. Here you go. Magic apron. Can we get those aprons, please? Yeah, very good. Lovely. Thank you very much. Here you go. Thank you. Fantastic. Now they are brilliant cooks. And they'll also help in Akshaya Patra kitchen also.
Right.
Sahib, namaskar.
We are getting so many envelopes in, guys. Keep them coming. It's very, very exciting.
Okay, we have one more person. Do we have one more apron? Okay. अभी बड़ा गड़बड़ हो गया. देखो, नहीं स्प्लिट नहीं कर सकता मैं इसको. ये दो लोग हैं. अब लोग 6 हैं. एप्रन 5 हैं. एप्रन 5 हैं. ठीक है ना? तो अभी तो कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. हैं? अब थोड़ा सा बढ़ाना पड़ेगा इसको. थोड़ा तो बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. What do you say? So out of 6, so 5 people will get. Okay? So currently each one of you is feeding 50 kids. Who will feed 60? आप में से 60 वाला कौन सा है? 60 kids. So you did. So we have 60. So definitely next. Okay, who's more with 60? 60, come here. नहीं 20 more नहीं, मतलब 20,000 kids more. 20,000 kids more. चलो देखते हैं क्या होता है. Right? No, so we need more. थोड़ा हमारी need तो कुछ भी नहीं है. Need तो okay. So we've got 60. You gave 10,000 plus 60 तो अलग है. वो तो अलग अकाउंट चल रहा है हमारा. वो तो गिनते ही नहीं है. वो जो हो गया. बच्चों ने कल भी खाना है, कल भी खाया था, आज भी खाएंगे, रोज खाएंगे. तो वो तो हो गया खत्म. मैं कल भी इवेंट किया था, लंच में भी गया था, अभी भी कर रहा हूं, दिल्ली पहुंच के भी 2 इवेंट करूंगा मैं, फिर उसके बाद बॉम्बे जाऊंगा. ओके, सो can we get one more apron? So each one of you, apart from whatever you have given, you have agreed to give feed 60 kids additional for a year. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
Sir. We have Deepak and Kishori Datani giving $10,000, guys. Wow, that is a big one.
If nobody's buying, if nobody's pledging this apron, I don't even know how to make tea, but I'm gonna get one. So please, come on over guys, this is unbelievable. Only one apron left for a noble cause. One of the ladies, please come and pledge it.
Anita Arora, MD, $1,000, Akshay Patra, very nice, excellent. We have Doshi and Shah family, this is for $1,000. Thank you, Doshi and Shah family. Jyoti and Parikh, $400. Thank you. Any amount is good. It all goes to a great cause. Yeah? Yeah? All right. I think we're going to keep coming in, guys. So the envelopes are going to continue coming in all night. You have chances, more opportunities.
Ravi and Pallavi Kobawala, $501. Pradeep and Jyoti Shah, $501. Vipul and Reshma Shah, $301. Jayesh and Parul Shah, $201.
Okay. All right. We're going to keep calling out names. We're going to keep asking you guys, if you haven't made a donation, you still will have. But let us begin the food service. All right, guys? There is no place to go. It will come to you. This is now your chance to celebrate your contribution, network, have fun, and they will serve the tables, all right?
Yeah, this is the time to start the dinner service. Cuisine of India and Marriott, please start the dinner service. Prabodh and Hema Vaidya, $501. Anit Arora, MD, $1,000.
All right, guys, enjoy yourselves. You guys have done a great job, and we will continue to. The bar is open in the back.